all the time that we're living, everything is being recorded. And I'm not saying this in a sinister or malevolent way, but every decision that you make, every conversation that you have, every walk that you go on, how you interact with the world is ultimately shaping your character. What kind of person actually are you? And you will, not only do you make those decisions and they inform the world of who you are and how you feel in yourself, you're also left with the after effects, the consequences. And again, I'm not saying this in a judgmental kind of way. What I am saying is it's really important to be making decisions that make you feel joyful and actually connected. It's a great feeling, I think, great sense of despondency and hopelessness. And I actually started recording a video just before this one, and I just wasn't feeling it at all. And the camera was slightly over this way, and it was all sort of washed out. And I stopped it and I started it again, repositioned the camera as it is now. Because how you frame things is really, really important. I do spend quite a lot of time on Twitter correcting people's grammar and spelling, and maybe people think that I'm really, really pedantic, but standards are so important to me. And on my way here in the village, and when I got into the park itself, I was picking up litter and disposing of it, because that, to me, these little details, the things that other people miss, that 99% of people miss, they do make a big difference. Because the world is a really, really beautiful place, and we overcomplicate it. We make it so difficult for ourselves to make progress. And in the last few days, I've sort of abandoned the plan, as it were, because the people that I follow, the really creative people who are really out there producing things, have notoriety, because meaning they are of note, noteworthy. They don't have a plan. What they do is they pursue projects that they feel aligned with. And what happens is that out of that, the whole world expands, okay? And that's what I'm doing. And so I'm not tweeting every day quite as much, but in a few days' time, I could go back to my scheduling software and I could put out 50 tweets or whatever. The point is being where you are. Because if you're constantly forcing yourself to do all of these things, you're not going to be producing great content that's going to be resonating with people. And I don't care what anybody says, even if it's on a screen, we can feel the vibration. We can absolutely feel it. Because I remember, this is years ago, I went out with a friend for her birthday, spent the day with her, and then in the evening, a few of her friends came to a restaurant for a meal, and there was this chap, he was Scandinavian, some kind. Anyway, I had pictures of a few of my artworks on my phone, and I was showing them to him. And obviously, I'm not saying that it's the same experience seeing it on a screen as it is in person, but there's no doubt that my videos are enhanced and are added to by me being out in nature. And this guy looked at this one particular painting. It's a triptych, and it starts with sort of a bold red color on the left hand side. As it scrolls along, it's various shades of orange and then basically of yellow, and there are little abstract figures on it. So wow, God, that's got so much movement. And each of the figures, one of them looks like an insect, another of them looks like a man, or some people say two figures dancing. Lots and lots of movement, you know, and that's the kind of stuff that you want to be putting out in the world. The kind of stuff that is going to resonate with people, is actually going to show them that they can use their own voices. And it's really important for your life that you remember every single thing that you do is going to create your world progressing. You see, everything is a multiplier. Every single thing that you do, it will snowball in various directions. A lot of people, it becomes very, very chaotic, and it's why you see addictions and relationships breaking down, like mine recently has, because I realized that I didn't resonate with this person that I believed that I knew, but in fact didn't really know at all. And once I realized that there was no space for me in his world, I realized, well, I've got to start occupying my own world. And that ultimately meant a split. And I'm still dealing with it. It's not very often now, but a few nights ago, I was lying in bed and I suddenly found myself thinking about him in some way, and just burst out in tears. Then I fell asleep, and in the morning, I actually felt really uplifted. But you have to go through all of these things, and I believe that words like kindness and understanding and self-love, they've been so hijacked politically, but I do believe that kindness is towards yourself. And what I was talking about the other day, of making decisions wholeheartedly and enjoying them, enjoying the fruits of your labor, and then multiplying that, keep moving in that direction, and let yourself listen to little cues, ways of exploring the world. And I believe that the after effects of that are ultimately going to be you getting what you really want and deserve, if you are willing to put yourself out there.